Bethy and I are touring Vicksburg battlefield now. Where'd you go, Beth? Hi, it's Travis Ayres, and this is American Stories. Our story today, a tour of Vicksburg Battlefield National Park. Behind me is the Union position, a Union battery position that would have been pounding the Confederate lines on those bluffs behind me now back in 1863. General Grant had tried twice in May of 1863 to take the Confederate lines by head-on assault by his infantry. He was repulsed both times. Then Grant decided the only way Vicksburg could be taken was by siege, and he set in to do that. When you come to the Vicksburg battlefield, one of the things that you're just overwhelmed by is the amount and the grandeur of all the monuments here. 31 states have monuments to their soldiers, both Union and Confederate states. All Union states now, I guess. So anyway, this is one of the most impressive of the monuments. This is the Illinois Monument, a tribute to her soldiers, dedicated in 1906 at a cost of $109,000. Of course, that would be millions and millions of dollars today. It's beautiful. Even weathered just made it more beautiful. As I said, 31 states with monuments here at Vicksburg. We often hear the Civil War referred to as the Brothers' War, and that was so true. There were families, many families, who had sons fighting on different sides of the Civil War. It was also a war between the states themselves, like Missouri, Kentucky, and Virginia, where thousands of soldiers served on different sides. Many in Missouri, for example, fought for the Confederacy, and many fought for the Union, and this is the Missouri Monument. It's one of the most moving monuments, I think, at Vicksburg because it pays honor to both its Southern soldiers and its Northern soldiers. Left side of the Missouri Monument honors the Union soldiers from the state of Missouri. And the right side of the Missouri Monument pays tribute to the Southern sons of the state of Missouri. Behind me is the Alabama State Monument at Vicksburg. I'm not from Alabama, but it's probably my favorite monument here in the park, and that's because of sentimental reasons. You see, when I was 9 years old, my mom and dad and I were traveling through from Louisiana to Tupelo, Mississippi, and they took the time to bring me to Vicksburg National Battlefield Park. And my mom and I took a picture right in front of this monument. I still have that photo, and I remember it so well, a cherished memory. Alabama, beautiful monument. That's General Stephen D. Lee of the Confederate States Army. He was a brigade commander here during the Battle of Vicksburg. After the war, many years after the war, it was Stephen D. Lee who came up with the concept of saving the battlefield. He brought veterans in, and they were remembered where everything happened, what happened where, And he was the first one that envisioned this becoming a historic park. So we owe a great debt of gratitude for his vision, because it is one of America's beautiful and best parks. Lieutenant General Pemberton, who surrendered the Confederates on July 4th of 1863, after the war, was sort of a controversial figure. Some people accused him of being a traitor. I don't think that was the case, but I just wonder why it had to be on July the 4th. Anyway, for 81 years after the surrender on July 4th of 1863, for 81 years, the people of Vicksburg refused to celebrate the 4th of July. Well, that's over now. July of 1863 was a turning point in the American Civil War. It was when the fortunes of the Confederacy turned for the downside. Many people point to July 1863 and Pickett's charge at Gettysburg as being the turning point of the war. And that's true in many ways. But actually, it was two battles that were the turning point of the war. Gettysburg ended on July 3rd of 1863 with a loss for General Lee. And Vicksburg, the very next day, Vicksburg surrendered on July 4th of 1863. That was two tragic days for the Confederacy, and days that they could never recover from. This is Travis Ayres. I hope you have enjoyed our tour of the Vicksburg Battlefield National Park. If you get a chance, come here. You won't be disappointed. If you like what we're doing on American Stories, hit that subscribe button. That would help a lot. So I'll catch you next time right here on American Stories.